My name's Josh Lloyd. I work for Britannia Road Productions as the head of engineering. So my job involves designing audio for shows and tour support. So Britannia Road Productions is a premium rental company. We provide audio for touring bands and large events, both in the UK, around Europe and globally. We're part of a larger company called Claire Global. Our clients include people like Harry Styles, the Foo Fighters, Brit Awards, MTV EMAs, obviously Eurovision 2023 we were involved with. Eurovision, as I'm sure many people are aware, is one of the largest televised music events. In terms of audio crew, we had around 20 people working on the show just for the live side of the audio. We were on site for around 7 weeks, installing the system and then rehearsing and delivering a week's worth of shows. So it's a very, very large project. For the Eurovision project in 2023, DirectOut played a really large part in delivery of that project. So the kind of core of the system, the main kind of backbone, was based around the Prodigy MP processors. One of the big briefs for the Eurovision was resilience and redundancy, so we couldn't afford to have anything fail during the show. The reason we had 4 Prodigies was we had 2 that were specifically handling all the playback and radio mics, so we would take all the playback systems in via MADI and all the radio mics in via Dante. We were also handling all the audience mics in the arena for broadcast, so they would also use the mic cards inside the Prodigy and take all those in. So in terms of I/O, the Prodigy was kind of utilising all that it has on board. We were using the ear switching to switch between 3 playback systems. We had a main, a backup and a disaster recovery. We had multiple radio mics. We had 64 channels of radios hitting the Prodigy itself. So we were delivering Dante to some consoles. We were delivering MADI to broadcast and to other consoles within the arena. And the reason for 2 Prodigies was we had a backup Prodigy. So we had some switching systems involving the M1K2 processors from DirectOut, which allowed us to seamlessly switch within one sample if we had the failure of a processor. We then had a second pair of Prodigy MPs, which were handling all the signal distribution to the loudspeaker system in the arena. We could take MADI in from one set of consoles. We were taking in Dante from another console. We were also taking in analog backup from the consoles, and utilising the input manager, it enabled us to have seamless switchover if we were to have a console failure or a failure in a piece of hardware in the signal chain. So it kind of gave us that resilience, which is really important on a project like that, because with such a large televised audience, you want to ensure if there is a problem that they're not aware of it. And the switching capabilities of both the Prodigy and M1K2 enabled us to achieve that. We also used the Andiamo for some of our conversion. So we were taking in things like sound field microphones that were providing audience mic in surround format, which also fed into the M1K2 and the Prodigy system, signal distribution system, and also gave us some high-end conversion for some of the analog redundancy into the consoles. We also had the Xbox MD providing some format conversion between Dante and MADI as well. And the great things with using these products was also being able to monitor everything on them from Globcom. Another part of the DirectOut ecosystem that was incredibly helpful on Eurovision was Globcom, which is the control platform. The audio system for Eurovision was built kind of around a fibre backbone, utilising a converged network with multiple formats. One of the nice features with Globcom is the ability to have things like web browsers that link directly into endpoints such as network switches or other audio hardware which can be accessed via a web browser. We had an audio operator on site who kind of was solely tasked with monitoring everything on the backbone of the system. So he had the ability to monitor everything from kind of one dashboard over multiple monitors, and being able to also customize views of Globcom. So if they wanted to kind of delve deeper into a specific kind of area in a Prodigy, maybe particular routing page. You can customize layouts within GlobCon. So from an end user point of view, GlobCon kind of enabled very fast navigation around a complex audio system, which is really important on a show like that, where people are requesting changes during the rehearsal period, and potentially you need to delve into why someone might not be getting a signal or something like that during the build phase.